Hello, homemakers. If you are new here, welcome to Habits of a Homemaker. My name is Angel, and I am a wife and homeschooling mom of soon-to-be 4 children. I am currently pregnant with baby number 4. But tonight, guys, I want to do something different. Well, first off, I am filming at night, so that is totally different for me, but this was the only way in which I would be able to get a video out for you ladies and to share with you ladies on tonight 10 ways in which you can bless your husband. Okay, so the first way is to pray fervently for him. Pray for your husband. I feel like this is the most important thing, and I feel like this is the thing that kind of gets glossed over the most, or people roll their eyes at, but prayer is so powerful, and I feel like it is our duty as wives to cover our husbands in prayer, just how it's their duty to do the same thing for us and our children. And so I think that as wives, it's very important for us to pray for our husbands. Cover your husband in prayer. Pray for his safety. Pray for his protection. Pray for his leadership. Ask God to strengthen him in the areas in which he is weak in. You know better than anybody else, through conversation that you have with your husband. Pray for him with different areas that he may be being tempted in. Cover him. Ask the Lord to give him wisdom. Ask the Lord to help him to have a better spirit of discernment. Ask him for strength. Ask him to rejuvenate him. Different things that you can pray for, but make sure that you pray for your husband fervently. Make sure that you pray for him every day, consistently throughout the day. The Holy Spirit may put him on your heart, while you're cooking or something, and you just feel like, oh, I need to pray for my husband in this area or whatever. Make sure that you cover your husband in prayer. Way number 2 is to become fluent in his love language. I think that it's so easy for us to try to love our husbands in the way that we want to be loved or we want to be shown love. But I think it is very important for us to know what makes our husband feel most loved and most appreciated, and to communicate with him in that way. So if your husband's love language is acts of service, or words of affirmation or physical touch, make sure that you are communicating with him in a way in which he feels most appreciated and most valued. Also, I want to give you ladies just words of wisdom. Don't share what your husband's love language is with the whole world or with other women. Nobody else needs to know that. I'm just speaking that just for words of wisdom. We have to just be wise with what we do and what we share. And in my opinion, it's no one else's business what my husband's love language is. That is for me to be fluent in only. So whatever your husband's love language is, make sure that you're speaking it, and you don't need to share with anybody else. Just you become fluent in it. Way number 3 is look your best. I know this can be a struggle, ladies, especially with having small children. It is difficult, having small kids and having lots of responsibilities and still looking our best, especially if you're in different seasons of life, which may be taking away, more rest and different things like that. But we have to do our best to look our best. And a lot of times it doesn't even take a whole lot. Just putting a little bit of effort into yourself every day really makes the difference. Wash your face in the morning, groom your eyebrows, make sure that your lips are moisturized, do your hair, put on some nice clothes. So even if, let's say, you've been frumpy throughout the day, okay? Let's say you've been cleaning, you've been in the trenches with the kids, and you've been doing all this stuff. Okay, that's fine. But before your husband comes home from work, okay, if he's going to be home at 5, when that clock hits 4, then you need to start going and freshening yourself up. Throw on something, get yourself looking a little spruced up, put on some earrings, put on some perfume, do something to get yourself looking good. He doesn't know how you looked beforehand. That doesn't even need to be known. But if you have not looked your best throughout the entire day, and you just need to hurry up and just kind of put it together the last hour, then do that. Do what you need to do, but make sure that you look your best for your man. Way number 4 is to keep a clean and tidy home. Ladies, This truly blesses our men, especially when they come home from work and we don't know all the things that they've been facing all day. You know, they've been out in the world all day. We've been in the safety of our homes, and they've been out in the world and they have been exposed to much. And they may have had people, you know, arguing with them, or they had to handle a, you know, aggressive client or customer or whatever. And so coming home and being able to walk into a home that is clean and tidy and orderly, and not have to step over tons of stuff, or have to, you know, scoot over dirty laundry, or, you know, anything like that, is a blessing. So I think that having a clean and tidy space makes a huge difference for our husbands. Number 5 is to do his laundry. Now, some women may be like, girl, I'm not doing that. But for me, that is just part of the role as being a homemaker. And honestly, I love doing my husband's laundry. I love knowing that I can make sure that he has clean clothes, you know, throughout the week. Like, that is a way in which we can express our love, our gratitude to our husbands, and just like, I'm thinking of you. There's nothing worse than getting out the shower and open up the drawer and you have no underwear, or you have no shirt to put on, or anything like that. And so I think that doing our husband's laundry, making sure that they have clean clothes, that can really go a long way in blessing your man. All right, way number 6 is to bake something sweet for him. This is something that has become a tradition in my home. I love baking something sweet for my husband. I do it every week. My daughter, who's 3, she helps me and she loves baking stuff for daddy. And it's just a way for us to just show love, you know, for him, and just let him know that we've been thinking of him today, and he comes home and it's something sweet, something that he enjoys. So whether it's your husband's favorite cookies or favorite cake, or a delicious pie, or something that he likes and that he's going to enjoy, and that's just going to make him feel warm and cozy, I think it is so special to have something sweet baked for your man. Okay, way number 7 is to give him your undivided attention. Ladies, I know that this is not an easy thing to do all the time if the kids are around. But one thing even that I'm learning, even when the kids are around, I do my best. If my husband wants to have a conversation or something like that, I do my best to make sure that the kids have everything that they need. Let's say that we are trying to have a conversation while the kids are eating lunch. I make sure that everybody has their lunch. I make sure that all the sippy cups are full to the brim. I make sure that everybody has a wipe or something to wipe their hands with already. Before they have to ask or anything, I make sure that it is already there, so that prevents them from constantly getting up and constantly interrupting the conversation and doing things like that. So I make sure that they have what they need so that I can be able to give my husband my undivided attention. Or let's say the children are asleep or whatever, and you're talking to your man, give him your undivided attention. Don't be on your phone scrolling, looking through social media, or texting a girlfriend, or, you know, wandering your eyes and looking at what's on TV or whatever. Make sure that you give your husband your undivided attention. Listen to him. That makes a huge difference, and it makes him feel noticed. It makes him think you are really listening and caring about what is on his heart. So make sure that you listen to your man and give him your undivided attention. Way number 8 is to respect him. The Word of God commands us to respect our husbands. That is one thing that we are supposed to do as wives. And so I think that in this, you know, society, in this world, we have gone so far astray from that. You know, so many people roll their eyes at that when they hear the word respect or submit or anything like that, but it is a sure way in which you can bless your husband. Speak to him with kindness and a soft, gentle tone. Approach him with love and gentleness, and not being aggressive and angry and confrontational. Allow him to lead. That is another way, in respect, allowing your husband to lead. God has given him the position of headship in our homes and in our marriages. So allowing him to lead, allowing him to protect you. One thing, I will just be very transparent here. I know that one time, like, I wanted to go somewhere, I don't know, it was a store or something, and my husband was just like, you know, sweetheart, I really don't want you going, you know, and I was like, well, why not? Like, I want to go, you know, I'm tired of being in the house and blah, 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 whatever. And anyway, my husband and I ended up having a conversation about it, and he said, you know, babe, I really didn't like that because I felt like you weren't allowing me to protect you. You know, I'm very prayerful about things, and I just really didn't feel in my spirit a peace for you to go there, you know. And my husband's he's very protective of me. He's not controlling in any sense, but he's very protective. If he feels something, you know, in his spirit, you know, like the Holy Spirit saying, don't go here, or wait until later, or do whatever, then he, you know, will say, sweetheart, you know, no, not right now, or let's wait, or do this later. And I was just so like, just in my own element, like I just want to get out, I just want to do whatever, that I was not respecting my husband's leadership and his headship. And so I had to apologize for that. And I listened and said, you know what, okay, I'm not going to do that. And so making sure that we just allow our husbands to lead and that we respect our husbands. Way number 9 is to leave your husband encouraging love notes. I love writing little notes for my husband, you know, in his lunchbox or on the bathroom mirror when he wakes up in the morning or whatever. Leaving sweet love notes, how you appreciate him, how you find him attractive, encouraging him. Those are wonderful ways to bless your husband. I remember years ago, my husband, I don't even think that we even had our first child yet. And I had this thing like a scripture jar, and I had wrote like all these different encouraging scriptures. Like I looked up scriptures on, you know, whatever, like if it was on joy or comfort or encouragement, things like that. And then I wrote them on these little, you know, tiny sheets of paper, and I folded them up and I put them in this jar, and I made it so that every time my husband left out of the house for work, that he would grab one of those notes. You didn't know what was in it until he opened it, but that he would grab one of those notes and take it with him. And it was very encouraging for him. And I know that sometimes he would tell me like, man, that particular scripture on that note card that I grabbed today really was what I needed, or really ministered to me. So finding unique and creative ways to really minister to your husband and love on him through little notes is so sweet. So number 10, my last tip, but definitely not the least important, is to initiate sex. Let's be real, ladies. Sex is a huge thing in marriage. And to me, having a great sex life is also part of having a great marriage. I'm not saying that that is, you know, all of what marriage is or anything like that, because it's certainly not. But it is important in a marriage to make sure that we are loving our husbands in that way. And I think a lot of times society, you know, puts this thing out there that sex is just only what men want, and women, we don't want to have sex, and, you know, oh, I'm just doing this to just please my man, I don't really want to do it. If that is your mindset, ladies, I just would encourage you to pray and ask God to help you to get out of that mindset, and to really enjoy that intimate time with your husband. Enjoy making love with your husband. I can't speak for nobody else, but I love time with my husband. So I just hope and pray that you ladies love that time. If it's been, you know, a dry season, go ahead and do something to spruce it up. You know, purchase some lingerie or something like that and gift it to him, you know. Let him come home and open it up, and you would leave a note in it that says, you know, see me in this tonight, or whatever. I don't know, but you be creative, you do your thing, but make sure that you love your husband in that way. Because think about this, ladies, you are the only woman in which your husband can express his love, his physical love and touch for you. So don't be a woman that is holding and withholding from her husband, or getting upset about something and saying, that's why you're not going to get none tonight, or whatever. I have heard people say that and do that, and I think that that is terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and it is unbiblical, and we cannot be those types of women. So make sure that you are loving your husband in that way. I hope that these tips and ways were encouraging for you ladies. If you found them helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave leave a comment and share a way in which we can bless our husbands. Let's get this conversation going. Let's share some tips with each other. Let's encourage one another. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Habits of a Homemaker so that we can connect on another level. Thank you all. Make sure that you subscribe for more videos if you are interested in homemaking content. I love you ladies, and I will see you all in the next video. Good night, ladies.